NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Jackson from the shotgun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
To Gerald Everett.
The numbers a week ago for Everett. 6 catches, 76 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Now we'll throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they come out with a purpose. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you've got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Ito Smith, his first carry. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
At the 24-yard
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Vegas. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
A first down carry for Smith. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
The 22-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's a gain of a...
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Another try for Smith. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but the only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15,
Keeping that going.
and he feels like he can get it done.
At their own 34-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So after the sack, here's second and 14. Now it's Jackson. The pressure gets to him again. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, 77 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, on for the point after.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
In a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
at the 27-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
At the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
His throw is going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Burrow. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Demir Bird, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
They're on 31-yard line.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll find Everett there to play. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
27 on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Brings up second.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Johnson. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Duke Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try to get something before the half runs out.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to find Warner. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Back to Brown, this time complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Las Vegas.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll bring them back within 4.
Chiefs 21.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
21. Raiders 7.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll run on first down. Smith. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mahomes firing complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Open man, here's Foster. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Mahomes pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
34-yard line.
Now Ito Smith. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Ito Smith, the ball
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
There on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Chiefs' 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Ito Smith, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson heading back out as we check out our player spotlight. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent. And, of course, the guys get...
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Complete to Gerald Everett.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. And on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but to show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to them here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The ball carrier.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
To the 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for him with Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Throw caught here by Bird. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 43-yard line.
They go to Johnson again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Jackson. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Challenge Medical Center. Settings. Control or select. Settings. Entering settings. Exit entering game control screen. Ball carrier is selected. Player lock receiver. Ball carrier. Entering settings screen, you have 6 options. Game controls is select. Entering. Super. Call timeout.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. And I got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny.